Oh, and I have been told that our players are now getting ready to come in for this running Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. Co-op unrestricted. Take it away, Couch.
Thank you so much for tossing over to us. Hello everyone, my name is Amber Cyprin. I don't run this game, I'm a commentator for it. Joining me on the couch, on the proverbial couch if you will, are DBcade, who will be one of the runners, and OGHappydude, who will be joining me on commentary. How are y'all doing tonight?
How are you doing? I'm ready for some Power Rangers.
I'm doing okay. Due to technical difficulties, this has been downgraded to a 4-player run, but I'm still here showing support. Raising money for a good cause.
Yeah, this game has been notorious for getting it to work with multiplayer. We did practice, and Oji-san was right there with us, you know, and we had such good runs, many world records together. But that's okay. We still get to play as a team together and show off at Power Up with Pride with everybody and talk about all the new things that have been added in the run. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. So, Amber-san, Oji-san, and everyone, if anyone else has anything to say, now's be the time to do the introduction. We also have Proto-Sonic-san here, and there are power.
Yeah, I think we are just about ready to go. DBK, do you want to count us in?
Sure. Everyone, let's choose our Rangers. Right, and time is going to start on the selection of the difficulty. 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck, Rangers.
So, very recently, the devs decided to give us a bunch of brand new tools to use during the course of the runs, and you'll actually be able to see to actually
Yeah, previously you were able to just backflip in easy difficulty your invincibility frames or your iframes during your dodge roll in this game are absolutely absurd. So you could just spend this entire intro backflipping and waiting until Rita actually does something.
And also, not only do you have the backflip for iframes, but you have iframes from the specials that were recently introduced into the game as well.
Yeah, the little first intro we did there, you normally can't. It used to be that you wouldn't be able to get to the end, but now because of the addition of the power moves, you can pretty much clear a lot of the screen. As far as you see the animation hit the enemies, that's about the range of the move. So you have to cover a huge radius, and it's just to press the 2 buttons now, and it costs only a little bit of health in easy mode.
Right. And the only... Like, ever since it got introduced, I've always had issues doing solo runs by myself, mainly because I'm so super aggressive with my meter, with my health bar, and with the benefit of actually having it in a multiplayer setting like this, let's say if Pink game overs and everyone else is in there with 2 lives, whoever dies can easily just spawn right back in. I think it's the following stage. I'm not 100% certain on when you can spawn back in.
I believe it is.
But there was no issue on playing with 3 to 4 players and not finishing a run.
Yeah, so the way, actually, let's go ahead and introduce the individual Rangers. DBcade, I believe you're playing blue, correct?
He is playing blue.
Proto-Sonic is playing yellow.
Ready to go.
Green is gameO-san.
Yep, gameO-san should be green, and then Butch plays pink because it matches his mohawk.
I could use a hand.
And you'll notice very, very quickly that in any co-op beat 'em up, you want to have players standing in their own unique zones of the screen to be able to effectively eliminate enemies as quickly as possible. And you'll notice that DBcade, who is the Blue Rangers, tends to stick to the left edge of the screen, while Butch tends to stay on the right edge of the screen. Meanwhile, Proto and gameO are covering the center, left, and right of the screen to be able to make sure you're covering all your bases, picking up KOs where needed, and making sure that the putties and other enemies that appear throughout each individual screen that it stops you at as quickly as possible to make things move a little faster.
And sometimes when you pick up the lightning bolts to move a little bit faster, sometimes, you know, when you're first learning the game, it will be too fast, and that's just something that you'll get used to over time. Whenever, like, one of the huge mechanics in the game is the time displacer, I think they're called. If you do not take care of those in a timely fashion, it'll rewind the game state, and you'll lose maybe about anywhere between 5 to 6 seconds per rewind.
Yeah, you'll notice in many stages where those time displacers appear, it's basically all hands on deck, destroy it as soon as possible. Because, especially in some of the more auto-scroller sections, because there are other types of gameplay besides just the 2D beat-em-up stages that you'll see throughout this game, those in particular rewind significantly, and you can lose a ton of time if you do not address those very quickly.
I think the most annoying ones are later in the game, to where, like, you really don't have full-blown control over where the displacer is because it moves side to side. You'll see later. It's so annoying when you're first playing and you don't get it.
And one thing you want to look out for here is accidentally falling off the stage. If I recall, it just takes a little bit of your health if you do fall off, rather than taking an entire life off you. Is that right?
Well, so it makes you lose time, because when you come in, like a lot of beat 'em ups, when you respawn, you'll knock down all the enemies. And in this game, the difference is you don't do damage when you knock down the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a big penalty in that regard. So when we do leave, we're gonna leave the game at certain times, and when we do, we were gonna rejoin at specific times in order to make sure that we don't knock down all the enemies.
Yeah, there will be. Oh, go ahead, OG.
The other thing, that when you fall down the hole, like as you can see right now, the Green Ranger does have full meter. When you fall into a hole, you lose very little life, but your entire meter disappears, no matter how full it is.
Oh.
Okay, go.
Yep.
So that one's a 6 count, and then basically gameO-san will use their super. We haven't talked about supers too much, but you're completely invincible during them, and they're a full screen wipe. And so this one, see how the boss's health bar is gray? There's nothing we can do until we clear all the extra ads, the extra mobs, and then we can start to play the game again. That was a really good fight, by the way.
The two cycle Goldar fight is where, like, from what I've seen, the fastest that you can get it done. The Zord fights are very comical. Mainly because whoever's playing the Pink Ranger gets a free ride. There are hazards that show up on the ground later in the game, to where the Pink Ranger takes no damage from ground hazards, because obviously Pink Ranger's pterodactyl flies.
Yeah, the Pink Ranger is actually kind of your free ticket to making sure that you can complete these stages, even if the other players in play were to lose all their lives. The Pink Ranger is really hard to kill in these sections, and it gives me big, like, Landmaster Star Fox vibes, plus 1 R-Wing, I suppose. But these sections are really, really cool in terms of, like, their perspective, the graphics, and just the overall presentation of this game is really, really cool.
Yeah, when you first start playing it, and when you've been around the block for multiple generations, the first thing that comes to your mind is the Mode 7 graphics from the Super Nintendo.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the tricks in this game is, like, as you can see, three of the Rangers right now have meter, is that you want to have at least three 3 meters full coming into this part because you want to use one here.
Which gameO-san just did.
Yeah, and it was just a tad bit early. You can come up to it, and at a certain point, while you're still moving, you can still knock everything down in one hit. Coming up is the sort of second mandatory part where you're going to need the specials at. It cuts down like a little mini sub-boss that you'll actually see here shortly. But the quickest way to take care of that is to have 2 full meters, which...
Let me get missile real quick. Oh, my...
And when I noticed that when we were practicing yesterday for today's run, if 2 rangers were to pick up the same item, like if they were to be on top, the 2 rangers would be on top of each other picking up the same item at the same time, both rangers would get that item.
Oh, that's actually really cool because you can basically duplicate a power-up in that way.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to go for the quick kill on this mini-boss here.
From left to right,
While you're in the elevator, you can still hit these little turrets with your special. If timed properly, you can use 2 supers and just hit each turret once. It'll take care of the whole thing.
Yeah, so the goal for these stages is to get to the end. We're gonna fight Goldar one more time here, and then we're gonna go into a big Megazord fight, and that is going to be the point where every character but Butch, who is the host of this session, everyone but Pink Ranger will drop, because the nice thing about local, or I guess local as far as Parsec and Steam Remote players is concerned, the nice thing about the local co-op in this game is that there's drop in, drop out. So you can even see where there would be a 5th player, press A, meaning a 5th player could just jump in the middle of the stage. But there is benefit.
It could have been me.
I know. The benefits of dropping out down to 1 ranger, as you're going to see everyone during this results screen leave, besides Butch, who's the Pink Ranger. The benefits is that there is there's less health going into this Megazord fight that we have to deal with while going through this big Goldar fight, and that speeds things up significantly. So you only have to fill this sword bar on the top. You only have to fill it 3 segments instead of additional segments that would be there if we had more than 1 ranger.
It'll also cut, like, Pink Ranger would have the first bar and it would go in order.
Yeah.
And what would happen is that each time a bar is filled, there would also be like a little cutscene. So you're also cutting out those cutscenes as well.
Yeah, you're cutting out a lot of time being spent watching all the rangers swap the main controls over.
The cutscene also, so the funny thing about this game is, like, it's cool to watch a cutscene and all, but the worst part is that, and this is really good RNG, is that every time that cutscene happens, you're basically rolling the dice on whether or not the enemy is going to do a different pattern, because it resets them completely. So by removing that and not having a transition, Butch-san is able to basically kind of aura and throw out multiple punches his way through thing. If we do the screen transition, we start from a certain distance away, and that was a really good run. I was holding my breath during that, but I think Butch-san has really come through on these sections for us. So
yeah,
sorry, we were eating our.
When y'all were starting to play this together as a group, I did notice Butch-san had to actually work on those fights in particular, because he was taking a lot more hits than he did. He only took 1 hit there, and there's always like a small cutscene where the rangers are freaking out in the cockpit whenever you do take a major hit from the bosses in those sections. So that does cost a lot of time to take damage. So Butch only taking damage once is quite good.
Affirmative.
Also, shout out to the Ninja Turtles in the Toxic Ooze in the center of the screen.
What was really hilarious is that the one person that doesn't run this game just casually watching, and then all of a sudden Amber was like, "Hey, isn't that a Ninja Turtles reference in the background?"
There definitely hasn't been a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game with the same sort of time travel plot in it, right?
Has there?
Maybe? Question mark?
I'm not an aficionado on either franchise. I just remember Power Rangers being huge when I was in kindergarten. I'm 32 now, and I still wonder why there's no Rainbow Ranger.
Oh, I should have known the answer to that question. Yes, Turtles in Time is actually a thing.
Oh, yeah. You're the
And
one
I
who
feel-
runs some of the TMNT games.
Yeah, I was thinking like I'm so used to seeing like all of the level intros skipped in that game. It's like I totally forgot that it was time travel. Yeah.
But yeah, as we're dealing with the Tengus here, do we have any messages from the host?
Sure, we've got a $25 donation here from What If Goes, says donating again to say Happy Pride Month. And guess who just found out my bro-in-law, aka Protosonic, is part of the Power Up with Pride. Wishing you happy dude, DBcade, all the rest. And Butch, so much luck on the run. Go, go, Power Rangers. Love wins. And that one towards the King Quest 6 musical skip incentive. That's one I hadn't mentioned yet, but that's also open for your perusal as you're donating. Don't forget to pick a target and a bid war. And when you donate, you get both. It's fun.
I just want to quickly highlight how absurd of a chunky chicken fight that was. That was extremely fast.
That was the best chunky chicken fight I've ever had.
That's the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So it is also possible to do the one cycle on single player. It's just
Okay.
if you don't have any health to abuse the iframes and the additional
Remember to
damage you
build
deal.
meter.
And,
Gauge.
One thing that's important to do when you are on elevator sections like this, or any sections that are kind of static while you're waiting for more spawns, is taunting is important to build meter. Because you're going to want to be able to use it for sections of various bosses or various screens where it doesn't lose you a bunch of time to do that. But meanwhile, we've got Chunky Chicken and Turkey Jerk here, which are two fantastic villain names. And I hope that it doesn't go foul here, as Turkey Jerk is...
Let's go top right. Migue.
Okay.
You and your pun.
Very good damage on Turkey Jerk there.
I'll have a good one later.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
All right. Everyone ready for supers? One after the other. Let's go. Keep hitting. Keep hitting. You can hit the boss walls. Yes. Good job.
Yep.
We skipped the last phase. Last two phases.
Very good there.
So DBcade is actually communicating with the other runners while he's on the couch with us.
Yeah, this game requires some communication, especially during this battle, because basically if you eliminate either the turkey or the chicken first, they are not going to be able to do their final laser phase and that little rush phase. And you saw their health bars went gray, so they're completely invincible. So this was excellent. We're doing some really cool stuff right now at Power Up with Pride. I can't believe it, because usually we will skip maybe one of the last phases, but the fact that we just skipped two is incredible.
All right, we've got another method of gameplay here. We've got the motorbikes here. And like I said, we want to destroy the crystals to prevent time loops, which is very, very important because you can lose tons of time. These are just like the time disruptors in the normal beat-em-up sections. You don't want to see them rewind any time at all. So we got two more of those to go. They're being marked by the green beacon there. Up ahead.
The original routing for this run actually had it to where on this particular bike stage, we would do the same thing that we do for the Zord fights. Everyone leaves, but then again, we realized that with everyone still available and there's not really much of a change, we over the course of the past couple of months, we actually left this one available for everyone to play.
Okay, we got the corner lock. Oh no! It escaped. It escaped. So
no.
this is really kind of RNG. Sometimes what'll happen is this time disruptor vehicle will get locked on one side of the screen, and then we have a chance. But in that meteor section, when all those things, the timing of that, we were actually so fast that we started at the top of the meteor section, and you'll see that the car will go left, right, left, but it's random which way it'll actually start. That is one of the harder sections to deal with because of RNG. But we only got one time reverse, so.
Did y'all see what happened at the end?
Yeah.
The Blue Ranger just spontaneously combusted with a vehicle.
I'm not sure what caused that, but I didn't see anything hit me on the screen, so.
The Blue Ranger go boom boom. So there's actually.
Oh, I was going to go ahead and say the putties are not the clowns, but the entire circus here in this stage. But go ahead. I'm sure you have something a lot more insightful to say than me cracking jokes.
So at the very beginning, there is a stool that is up near the top of the playfield, and it sits a pie. Very recently, DBcade pointed out that is an exploding pie, to where as soon as you hit that, there's a high possibility of hitting all three of the putties that are in the starting area of that stage and getting you quick access off that screen.
Next time I make a pie, maybe I should make it explode. Oh, here we go. We've got another, we got a shmup section here. Every ranger has their own car here, and shoutouts to the Black and Red Rangers not being present and just separating the whole group. So the goal is to kill the putties, and you do have to kill every putty in order to progress through this. Similar to the beat 'em up sections, you need to destroy all enemies on the screen. And I recall there's like a specific quirk regarding like being able to hold the button to fire and needing to mash to fire between this section and the upcoming section where the perspective is going to change to first person.
Yeah, the first person perspective, you're actually able to increase the rate of fire by just mashing a lot harder. We have no idea why that's the case. We just use it for the run. Yeah, as you can see, it's the rate just picked up. It's noticeable.
It's definitely.
But it just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Well, the walls being suggestions.
Yeah, you can shoot everything through a wall. Like you don't even need to burn meter on it. All you have to do is just pew straight through it. Also, there's a visual glitch that I found out that whenever you're making the transition out, if a character is dead, it will not spawn back in immediately for the boss fight, which is weird because it's only as far as I know, it's only happened to me.
Huh.
Yeah, this game still has a number of glitches, but the good thing is we did hit save points if anything really bad happens. But we've seen some funny things happen, especially on this stage where, like all of a sudden someone who was on the ride a second ago will disappear. And that's a possibility. Everyone remembers that when they ride a roller coaster, you just instantly teleport away.
What's up?
First,
I got my eye on you. That's my one per run, everybody. That's my one per run.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, we've got Bones
I
here.
can't believe you said that.
Bones here, I don't know if he wants to be Zorro or Tuxedo Mask.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. He knows how to accessorize. He's got a great belt, despite the cape, just despite the rest of his body having absolutely no clothing whatsoever.
Yeah,
Well, there's the hat, I suppose.
This first stage of the Bones fight used to be just a little bit longer before the instrument of the specials. Mainly because of the AoE that you get from performing them. You would also, specifically when you're playing multiplayer, you can just stand in 2 points and hit all 4, 5, and 6 of the Bones clones, respectively.
Now we do want to be aware of the fog covering holes in this graveyard, because they can be a little hard to see. I've watched runners just walk right into a hole, and putties too. That one just did not want to be on the field anymore.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of putties going down the hole.
Yeah, the putty go down the hole. Oh, we actually have the Green Ranger involved too, so you know, there's our plucky duck there. So we're gonna be refighting Bones periodically throughout the stage, and he'll be missing body parts as we progress, because he's a skeleton. He can do that. Hopefully the amount of time that he's gonna be invincible for. Very good special by Butch. There, good timing on that.
Use it yet? Oh.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
Everybody else is dealing additional damage attacking while the super is active. Almost.
Come on, Bones.
There you go.
Want to give a shout out Bones dissolves that the viewers have raised over $12 already for true colors. Sending donations in. We do have a bid war for 2 games from now. It has no donations towards it yet. You get to choose the character for the bouncer. The choices are Scion, Co, or Volt. We would love to see some donations come in to decide who we're going to play as in that game. It's 2 games from now, so get them in.
Thank you so much for those messages. Definitely get your donations in. Remember, on Tiltify, you can put all of your donation to both a bid war and a poll, or a target and a poll. That is one feature that is very often overlooked when you are donating on Tiltify. So make sure that you get your full bang for your buck and donate to the things that you want to see.
I'm Team Co. Just saying.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
The gauntlet has been thrown indeed, and so has the rest of Bones' body. So Bones is just a floating head at this point, and there are certain invincibility phases that he has that we cannot skip. But in the meantime, we're going to taunt a little bit to build meter, because the only one who has a full meter right now, actually now everyone has a full meter. Shoutouts to dodge rolling.
Wow, all 3 plus additional damage from the attacks. Almost a 2 cycle.
I could use some assistance.
Oh, that was so close. We'll call it a 2.1 cycle.
Yeah, because as soon as he comes back being vulnerable, he is... Yeah, there we go. He blows up off screen. Perfect.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that, but the power move is infinitely vertical. So
Yep.
it is Kirby from Smash Brothers, you know.
Good luck, Rangers.
All right. Second shooting phase. Oji-san, you want to explain about the the infamous stomper that's coming?
The infamous Stomper?
The spiral thing. I
Okay.
actually don't know the enemy's name.
I don't know it either. And like, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It vortexes you in.
Oh, okay. That one. All right. I'll explain it when it comes up. But it is, if the first time playing this, I ended up being in a situation where like I saw this thing, not knowing exactly what to do, and then I get completely shredded. And I'll go into further explanation here shortly when we come across it. So one of the tricks about this particular part is that if you just hug the left wall, you'll actually be able to prevent most, if not all, incoming damage, which is very fun when you notice when people are doing it and you're still taking damage.
Hey,
To see if anyone goes down the hole.
hey,
Oh, it's a gameO sign.
GameO, no!
No, it's always one. It's always one.
Yeah.
There's always one person who fails the platforming section.
So it's like the whole, you have chocolate in my peanut butter. No, you have peanut butter in my chocolate. No one's expecting platforming in a brawler. Okay, so this is the thing that gave me the most problems.
Well, this thing is, it's basically a blender. It's got a bunch of blender blades on it.
Yeah. And,
Oh, it's a harvester.
Yeah. The easiest way to prevent getting hit by it is by just performing a dash, or what button you would have as a tech roll for the ranger sections. You just dash out of the way and you just
Get ready?
hit the middle the entire time.
Left to right, left to right. Hidariから右.
But these only take one hit because of two supers. Right.
Nice.
Damn.
Very good mini boss section there. All right, we are approaching the return of Guy, part 3.
Pun already spent.
Very true. I also can't think of anything that along the same lines as of Electric Boogaloo that would rhyme with the number 3. So it sounded like I was gonna follow up. It's like I just can't. I'm not clever enough. So this is going to similarly result in a giant Megazord fight where Butch is gonna take it on solo. But in the meantime, you may notice. There have been pickups throughout these sections, like the one that's upcoming, that is surrounded by a yellow aura. If you walk through that, it actually does speed up your the scrolling of the stage very slightly. So up until you get to the boss fights, where it does stop you technically until you defeat the boss, it is actually beneficial to pick up power-ups that you do see to be able to scroll the screen a little faster. Meanwhile, it's going to be Butch versus Guy.
Go Butch. Everyone else take a quick lunch break. We're waiting in the mountainside somewhere over there.
Alright, we're gonna rock 'em sock 'em robots. Very good first section there.
Oh, here we go.
A little bit more there. Alright, so the power sword's gonna activate. We're gonna get a very short cutscene, and then we're not gonna follow up on that at all, because if we do, it just... Does it waste time, or does it do nothing? Because it's just funnier to kind of back away from them.
It has this... God, it's been forever since I've actually seen the cutscene. I cannot recall if it's a...
It just makes a glowy effect where it pushes them back, so it wastes time and it does nothing. But it looks cool. It does look cool.
Whoa,
Yes,
partner.
Yes, this game looks and plays awesome, I will say. Especially in the beat 'em up stages are fantastic. Okay, remember everyone, I know, go, 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 kara. So when it says go, go. So not quite yet.
Oh.
Okay, right now.
Yeah, and that's to prevent knocking down enemies and doing no damage, because you have to wait for them to get up before you can actually damage them to KO them a little faster. We haven't even pointed out the very nice touch of, unlike normal beat 'em ups that just says go once, because it's Power Rangers, it does say go go when it's time for you to move forward throughout the stage. I've got a
For
time
some reason, though,
disruptor.
this is making me want to jam out to the movie soundtrack.
When will these guys learn?
I've never seen a Power Rangers movie, and in fact, I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of Power Rangers. I know.
That's okay.
I'm
I
definitely
haven't
among
watched.
the blasphemers.
That's okay. Amber-san, me and you both. I like this game first and foremost. I have not watched. I did watch the Netflix special, but that was because of this game. I was like,
Yeah.
who is Robot? Like, I was so confused. I was like, Who is Robot Rita? And what is going on here? I must have missed a lot. Funny thing is, this game is actually not. It's technically banned in Japan. You cannot download it on the Steam store, even through workarounds. And you can't buy it, any physical versions or anything like that, because it's licensed by Saban. So I just have not kept, like, you know, Sentai is not something I've kept up with. But this game, playing it, has really made me, you know, want to get into it more.
Yeah, like, from what I understand, and Protosonic's muted, but Proto knows his Sentai and Power Rangers very, very well.
Oh, yes.
Like, if y'all ever want to, like, chat Power Rangers and Super Sentai, like, talk to Proto, like, trivia master right there. I've hosted for him doing Power Rangers runs before, and...
Ah!
Oh no!
That putty just did not want to be there. So I may or may not actually have the Power Ranger tabletop RPG DM guide in paperback. I'm that much of a nerd. But going back to the street where we made that transition down to the subway, there's a glitch to where if the very last thing you do to kill the last enemy is to spin your special meter, you make the transition with an empty meter, but you gain it back after the transition to the subway. Which I'm still trying to figure out how that works.
I did it again today, so I'm not sure what's going on.
We got some very fashionable enemies on screen right now. And I just want to shout out Cypherin, who's an awesome, like, Sega crew runner. Because someone was like, is that Amber Cypherin on commentary? And it's like, Cypherin is great, but that I'm not him, unfortunately. But Cypherin is a fantastic runner. Running in Juneteenth on Hotfix on GDQ's channel in a couple of weeks. Actually, not this weekend, but the following weekend. This weekend is the Sonic event that I'm hosting. Sonic and Sega All-Stars. But it'll be a good time.
Cypherin knocked me out of an Evil Zone tournament a couple of years last year. Yep. Cool cat. But for a minute I was salty.
Oh,
but,
yeah. No, very often people get my name wrong, and it's always in very funny ways. The last marathon appearance I had that wasn't at PAX, they went, the host, bless them, Speff, was like, it's Amber Cypherin before we go live, right? It's like, yes, that is correct. Thank you so much for, like, checking in on that. And then immediately called me Andrew as soon as she introduced me into the tree. And I was like, I lost it. I was like, that is the newest way of getting my name wrong, and I'm very delighted.
I could use some assistance.
We do hope.
Going super. Next screen. All right.
Go ahead.
Yellow Ranger. Super.
Also, while we're dealing with charging chucks and Mohawk putties, if we have any sort of messages from the hosts, that would be a wonderful time for that as well.
First I have to mention, it feels like every beat-em-up game has to have charging football players. It's just like a must-have. I wanted to mention that, but I saw them through. But
Deal.
our first
We got the bug. Keep mashing it. Oh, nice. Okay. So that is a bug. That is a new bug that I found, and it's hard to replicate. But if a player hits this button at the same time, a super at the same time, like the exact frame, it's a one-frame trick, the super will bug out, and the person who has their super pop off will get to do their super 3 times in a row. So we got a very rare 3 screen wipe. This could be world record that we're looking at right now because of that.
I'm keeping my eye on the timer for y'all.
Okay, that's something extremely rare that's happened.
I wanted to point out that we did get the first donation towards the Bouncer character bid war. Volt Kruger has pulled into the lead thanks to Tempest Mask 1000, who donated $5. And I have to get my vocal cords ready to hear this. It says, Alpha, teleport us 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans. No, not teenagers. My favorite nostalgic series will always be Wild Force, but the original will no doubt hold a special place in my heart. Best of luck to all the runners, and this is my edition, including the ones who watch Power Rangers.
All right. So after this, we're gonna try and hit the boss 12 times. Maybe 50. 12回当たると後で誰が超必殺技持ってる使ってる。ちょっとその辺お願いします。So it's very hard to skip this, but 12 times. Oh, I guess we were too far. Okay. We did too much damage. We're too strong.
So there's also a, I don't want to say it's a glitch, but there is a way when you're doing the tech rolls through the waves. Depends on where you are. Like if you're in between two individual waves, you'll be able to pick up meter twice as fast.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Sate. Leave. 大丈夫かな?
So during practice. Go ahead.
No, it's like the panic leave there. Go ahead.
We don't.
So this is the only. This is the last of the 2 bike levels in the game, and this is also following the same lines as the Zord fights, to where it makes it a lot easier for Butch to actually take care of this in solo mode. Their PB was like around a minute when we were practicing this last night. And we also found out through DBcade that you want to avoid using super because you lose time when the super itself just continuously pushes back the boss. So we want to keep them as close as we can in order to be able to deal damage that much faster.
I like how the Red Ranger, who no one is using, appeared in the bottom left of the screen there.
Oh yeah, I joined in too early and then I left, but you can join in during that screen. Yeah, by the way, I don't know if it was said, but that Krabby Cabby fight is a nightmare if we are all there. It takes like a minute extra for each person. So I was like panic. I was like, we have to leave because we're on such a good pace. It's like we can definitely pull this off here. But yeah, Krabby is my least favorite part of this game. I think everyone's least favorite part of this game, because you just have to deal with the will of the cabbie. Will the cabbie troll you and run away, or will it come close?
I'm about to say, you hadn't joined it yet there.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I really don't want to knock down on this stage, and we generally want to use our power mode to. We don't want, even though the Dragon Zord is seemingly helping us here, it actually can get in our way a lot. So we want to use the special to clear out and do the work. But it will use missiles on the on these back enemies here.
Yeah, the Green Ranger is in your party, and you're also fighting the Green Ranger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he's an unlockable character upon beating story mode once, is that right?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And it's very comical, because if you're playing the Green Ranger solo, that cutscene where everyone's talking about Tommy is not there. And they're still talking and doing the same monologue, dialogue as if he was standing where he was.
So as we're progressing through here, this is basically the home stretch of the game. These next few levels are an entire arc about dealing with Tommy here. So if I recall, like, Rita controls him, and we have to basically beat him up by holding him and bullying him, like so, to make him realize the error of his, oh no! Yeah, you can basically just have one player grab him and then just have everyone else like beat him up because he won't be able to break free of the first player's grab.
The way that I've often described that fight is as a ranger, you're basically being a typical Reddit user.
Oh my god! just your average experience on Twitter.
I'd like to apologize to the game developers for finding that. I did message them, you know, in the Tokusatsu RTA Discord. We put together a whole list of bugs that we found. So shout outs to everyone in the community. And you know, we informed them, but they left that in. So I'm just gonna say that's intentional.
After a big giant update like that, if they let us have that grab, then
it is now speedrun intended.
Yes.
It's like a lot of the tech that was found in Celeste, where it's like, do y'all know that we can do this? And then they even utilized it in Chapter 9 when Chapter 9 came out.
So this section is a little bit nerve-wracking because there is still a freeze that can happen in the section. While it looks cool, if the pillars are still standing, or we go through that section for some reason too quickly, the game will freeze there. And this section is all just, apparently you can destroy the things around here, but they don't, these little guys, they don't shoot bullets at you, they don't hurt you, and the side area you can't destroy. This section feels like unfinished. It's kind of like, you know, Kingdom Hearts 2 Frozen area or something.
If you were to have cleared out those flying things before you get to the other side of the bridge, you do receive a bonus. A little pod comes in and drops a bunch of power coins for your meter.
Oh, I see. I didn't even know that. I've usually just ignored them. That's a good find. Is that why they don't do anything, or was that an oversight? Okay.
It's like, kill me for a bonus.
Okay.
It's like, oh, sure.
Okay. Protosonic, Onigai. You super. And left to right. Hidari kara migi. Nice. Yep. Really good.
I'm not going to commentate or curse. I am not going to commentate or curse.
You know what I am going to commentate?
What is this?
That level 3 hype train that was happening in chat.
Yeah, really, shout outs to everybody gifting subs and subbing. It's appreciated. We'll see you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Keep the subs coming. Especially because we have so many unique glitches going on, like the section that we just had, the little crystal we destroyed. The laser glitch is following us. I've never seen all.
Oh, I did not know. Oh, wow.
That's a new one. I've seen it before with one laser, but 3 lasers? That's interesting. All right, me and Protosan are gonna go left. Butch-san and Gameyo-san's take the right, and we should be able to get through this.
Okay, and then everyone
target
together.
Fire everything! And now you can get the health if you need it.
Yeah.
So this comes in phases, where Tommy's going to appear on one of the 6 rocks in the background, either on the left or right, and that's why they are splitting up in teams of 2 to be able to make sure that they target him as quickly as possible. And then you have to all converge on the Dragon Sword, and then rinse and repeat for 3 phases, assuming you can get the Dragon Sword down in 3, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm. So, when you're playing this solo, if you were to lose a life, at this point, you would go all the way back to the start where it includes the cutscene, plus the the Dragon Sword meter would be refilled. Even on easy mode, this part of the game is punishing.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now everyone's going to leave as we converge into the Megazord because we're going to do some Rock'em Sock'em Robots time with the Dragon Sword. Finally knock some sense into Tommy here.
Let's do it.
Very good part 1 there. Excellent.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Oh.
No!
1 hit's okay. We're...
Yeah.
As long as we don't take another one, we are dashing up there. That's... Oh, no!
Oh.
Just gotta catch him here.
Yeah, these missiles... Oh. There we go.
Yes!
Let's go, Butch.
All right, we'll take that.
All right, so we are now down to the last 2 levels.
Where
did Tommy go?
Where did Tommy go? Who are we fighting?
I like how there's no...
Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, like, I like how there's little to no consistency, because it's like we just beat up Tommy, yet he's celebrating with the Rangers after he got his own butt kicked.
Mm-hmm. And like all good games, we're gonna go to space.
And this is where the game jumps the shark. Oh, I take that back. This is the last stage.
Yeah, so we are in the final stage here.
Right. Time will be called after the Rita fight.
Nice.
Once again, everyone who had left the game joining between transitions to be able to not knock down without damaging any of the enemies. To save some time there. Incoming time disruptor.
So
My heart is racing right now.
gameO-san, I want to give a big shout out to gameO-san because the reason we're able to destroy the objects so quickly is because of the dodge punch strat, the turn punch in this game. Yes, if you like Final Fight, this game has turn punch. So, and it's literally just done by pressing dodge and then pressing punch at the right frame, and you can keep switching left and right.
Yeah, there's been a lot of neat finds by the community, but gameO-san has found a lot of stuff. If I recall, a lot of tech in this game. You and gameO-san both.
Yeah, ever since the SGDQ run, where this was kind of born, and just such a fun time. That was my first time meeting all the US speedrunners, and just it was such a fun event. You know, in person. I can't wait to see everyone again and meet more, make new friends, because I've had so much fun making friends during this game, but it was really like an experience being there in person and just talking to everyone, and you know, just the vibes were so awesome.
Also, do not adjust your television sets. We are now playing Ocarina of Time's Ganon fight, where we have to play ping pong with Rita.
Yep.
And so that is actually deceptively hard as you progress in the fight. It gets so fast.
So if you do destroy those generators fast enough, the bars will instantly refill. And there's like a fine line, because if you destroy them before they fully spawn up visually, then they'll instantly refill. All right. We just continuously wail on them. All right, so this is the last Rita phase. gameO-san! What in the world? That's time! Oh my...
That is time.
That was new tech for me!
That was new tech. That was new tech.
Oh, my word!
Wait, what? Did you
Hold on.
reflect it?
I didn't see exactly when the timer stopped, but that is at least at 52:24.
52:24. That is a world record by 5 minutes.
Wow.
Wow, congratulations.
That is incredible. I guess while we wrap up, anyone who's on mic, do y'all have any shout-outs? DBcade, you were coordinating everyone during the run. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you and shout out things.
Sure, I'm DBcade. You can find me playing retro beat 'em ups, fighting games, and other silly games. I just want to shout out everyone here. I had, like I said, I pretty much gave my shout out, like meeting overseas runners, being able to be here and support Pride and everyone is important to me. I love everyone's causes. I love meeting new people, and just anyone who loves games, you're my friend. And I love co-op runs because I get to make closer relationships with everyone in the community. So I just want to thank everyone on the couch here. That's all. So anyone else have anything they want to say?
I guess I can get mine out of the way. My name is OGHappydude, and the OG stands for old guy. And I would like to thank everyone that is currently on this call. I was actually scheduled to be a part of this run, but due to technical difficulties, I was unable to participate. To see that we have all come together, migrating around one particular game to put this, on a marathon for a good cause. Power with Pride has been one of the online marathons that I have been lucky enough to be a part of for I think 3 years now. I made my debut hosting, I think in 23. But this has been a blast to be a part of. And I love everyone in this call. Y'all have been great friends and willing to put up with my shenanigans over the past couple of months leading into this. Also, I will be performing the game I could not remember earlier. TMNT Turtles in Time, the arcade version. It is going to be not only the game's GDQ debut, but mine as well as a runner. I'll also be there volunteering and working with one of the sponsors for the event. I love y'all to death. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you so much, OGHappydude.
You love these time games.
You sure do. And my name is Amber Cyprin. My pronouns are they, them. I don't stream very much anymore, but you can catch me hosting GDQ Hotfix every other Friday night most of the time, hosting Passion Project, which is the variety game speedrun show where everyone in the gaming and speedrunning communities can showcase what they love most in games. And I'll also be hosting the annual Sonic Hotfix starting tomorrow at 12 noon, and that's Eastern time. But thank you all so much for having me here on as part of this run when I am not a Power Rangers fan or player. And huge shout outs to Butch, gameO, and Protosonic, who are the muted runners right now. Y'all absolutely smashed this, and I'm gonna go ahead and toss it back over to the host.
Thank you all for that awesome run. It was very fun vibes the whole time. Thank you for coming on and helping us raise money here for True Colors United. We really appreciate it.
No problem.
Now, all of you who are in the chat now will see that on deck next is new Pokemon Snap with Snowball SMB. She's got a great run lined up for you. And I do want to mention that the game after that is the Bouncer with Oscar 424. And that has a bid war for which character Oscar is going to play as. So get your donations in for that. Your choices are Scion, Co, or Volt. Right now, Volt is winning. So if you want to get another character in there, get those donations in. In case you're just joining and have missed some of the other runs, the marathon did start today. But if you missed any runs, you can find them uploaded after the marathon on the YouTube channel. And if you want to stay up to date on future events, you can follow Power Up with Pride on Blue Sky or Mastodon, or by joining the Discord channel. It's fun times. Links are in the panel below, or I'm about to put them in the chat. We are here raising money for True Colors United, who implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness that focus on the unique experiences of LGBTQ+ young people who are experiencing homeless. LGBTQ+ youth are 120% more likely to face homelessness than their peers, while Black youth are 83% and Latine youth are 33% more likely. True Colors United is guided by two core beliefs. Those who have experienced an issue firsthand hold the keys to their solution, and improving outcomes for the most impacted communities benefits everyone. In addition to the upcoming bid war for the bouncer, there's also a bid war for the game after that, Star of Providence. Lilac Vert Oligochi is going to be running that for us. And there is a bid war for which ship gets to be used. Not only do they look different, they have different abilities too, which will actually change how the run works. So get those in. You can also put your money towards a bid war and a target. So you can double dip here. You get to bid in a bid war and go against the other people who want the other choices. And you can put your money towards one of the incentives we have open, like the Cabin Factory Cute Cat incentive or the King's Quest VI musical skips.